All right, so in this next video, after we have got the pup working reasonably well with the leash, where they can have the leash around them and drag it around without being concerned, they would be walking on a leash. And at the beginning, heel is all over the place. The dog is going to go this way, the dog is going to go that way. They're going to go all over the place, and you're constantly having to shape it. Now, in conjunction with heel, you'll probably want to add another command, and that is the command to sit. Now, hey, we have already taught sit. Remember, we used the food bowl to teach this command. So Aries already knows what that word means. So if I say, Aries, sit, and he does not respond, what we need to do is we need to enforce or encourage him to sit. The way that we do this is with the leash. So I am going to lift up the leash like this to create a slight amount of pressure, and his bottom will sit down. I am pulling up and slightly back. That encourages him to rock back and put his bottom on the ground. Good boy. Lots of praise. Good. Now, Aries works nicely for praise. He is a dog that likes to be praised, and so we are using that as our reward. If you have a young pup that is highly motivated by food, using a treat reward, a piece of kibble as a reward here is a great idea. Eventually, we need to phase out food rewards, but at the very beginning, with say 3 or 4 month old puppies that are constantly starving, food can be a good motivator. Eventually, though, we want the dog to be able to understand the good boy that praise is going to be an essential reward. Okay, so let's do this a little bit again. Good boy. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add our two commands together. Aries, heel. Good, heel. Aries, sit. I'm lifting slightly. Good boy. Good. So we can use those commands in conjunction when we are teaching this at the beginning of using a leash. Now, anytime we are working with this, please remember that when you're going through these little lessons, it is all about making progress. We want to do this for very short intervals with young dogs. Generally, the rule of thumb we say is that a dog has about as much attention span as months old they are. That many minutes is how long you can go. So with a 3-month-old puppy, you keep your sessions to 3 minutes. Aries here is about 7 months old, so he has a little bit more focus. So it looks a little bit nicer. But what we want to do is we start with heel and sit on a leash. Those get us a long ways.